Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads Mahabharata 252. As you may remember, Yudhishthira figured out where Balarama was getting his information. Duryodhana must have given him his own version of the game of dice. He must have misrepresented the facts to him. Balarama was very fond of Duryodhana, and he was only too willing to believe all that he had been told. It was known to the whole world that Shakuni taunted Yudhishthira to a game, and it was Shakuni who would not let him go without playing. Once the game began, of course, Yudhishthira lost his head. But this misrepresentation of facts was just the sort of thing to be expected of the Kauravas. Duryodhana knew that Balarama had a soft corner for him. It was easy for him to convince Balarama that the Kauravas were not to blame as far as the loss of the kingdom was concerned. Credulous Balarama thought that Duryodhana was not in the least responsible for that. Yudhishthira did not speak a word. Balarama was talking. He had not yet finished his speech. In the middle of it, Satyaki sprang up from his seat. He spoke in an angry voice. He said, "A man's soul is mirrored forth in his words. From your talk, we can see into your heart of hearts. There are in this world brave men and cowards too. Men can be classified as belonging to one or the other of these two types. From the same family can be born two types of men. Out of the same tree grows branches with fruits and without fruits. I'm not so upset by your words as by the silence of the people who are listening to you without protesting. I cannot understand how anyone can think that Yudhishthira is to blame, and how such a person is allowed to talk in this large assembly. You dare to attach blame to the name of this saint among men? And you dare to think that your statements will pass unchallenged? How can it be said that the Kauravas won the game by fair means, when it is known that Yudhishthira is not a skillful player, and knowing that they challenged him to play, and they won? If the game had been played in the house of the king of Indraprastha, if the Kauravas had been invited by Yudhishthira and his brothers to Indraprastha for a game of dice, if they had then played and won, their winning could have been called fair. But the facts are different. The Kauravas summoned Yudhishthira to Hastinapura. There they challenged him, a Kshatriya, to play. He just had to play. And in that game, he lost everything. They took everything from him. Do you call that princely behavior on the part of Duryodhana? Yudhishthira has complied with all the conditions of the exile. He has lived these 13 years as he promised to do. His father's kingdom is due to him. Why should he not demand it? Why should he ask for it humbly? Why should he demean himself and use soft words lest Duryodhana become angry? Even if he is in the wrong, Yudhishthira need not go and beg a favor of that Duryodhana. But we know that he is not wrong, not one bit. He has been wronged most cruelly by his cousins. Think of the righteousness of your dear beloved Duryodhana. He knows full well that the period of their exile is over, and yet he sends a messenger with the words, "Arjuna has been seen by us. So you must go back to the forest for another 12 years. Do you call that righteous?" At the time of the beginning of the exile of the Pandavas, he was requested by Vidura not to be so cruel. He asked him to return their kingdom to them, but your dear pupil was adamant. He is the most avaricious person on the face of the earth. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.